Pegasus, right? And it was Storm Pegasus and why it sucked, right? So, if you're coming from that video, you already know I'm going to talk about one of the best Beyblades and show it off, which was Earth Eagle. If you had an Earth Eagle back in the day, you were respected. You commanded respect. Even then, like Earth Eagle, the parts to make it, as I'm going to show you, came on different Beyblades. So ultimately, if you were able to get the different parts, if you weren't able to get Earth Eagle, but yet you were able to get a few of the key parts that made this Beyblade really good, you still got respect. It's just Earth Eagle got the most respect because you could buy, if I recommended one kit to buy one Beyblade out of the box and use it and you would win all the time, it'd probably be this one. Or there's a lion one called Leon, but this one was better. So it is an eagle, it is purple, it has it's like purple, black, and just the red. The face part is red, but one in the picture looks like it's metal. If only these came metal. Some did have metal, like some of the face parts, like right here, came with metal on it, right? So yeah, this Beyblade was ultimately one of the best ones that you could get. This is Japanese one. The one I had, I actually didn't even own one. I mean, I didn't buy one from the store. I actually traded. I traded a Beyblade with a friend. I forget which Beyblade I traded, but I think I traded something. Or I don't know what I did, but I know I got one from somebody. And so it was a 2-pack one. It was a recolor because the part of this was white, and then the bottom part, instead of being black, it was brown, which I think the brown part came from a different Beyblade. But anyway, so mine was different than this one, but so I never really had an original one. So this is my first time actually having one. So as you can see, it came out the same time as the Storm Pegasus. So even though these were Japanese ones, they, in America, they kind of had like a similar launch period, right? So this came out during the same time as the Storm Pegasus one, right? So, and it comes with a green launcher. I love green, so I wonder how green it was. I wonder how green it's gonna be. But anyway, so let's talk about Earth Eagle and why it was the best one. Let's take it out. I think I can put all the stickers on this one because the side stickers on Pegasus were really hard. And I know a lot of Beyblades had small stickers and I struggled with those. But anyway, let's get into Earth Eagle. Here's a quick overview of the box. As you can see, that main it's a cool character. His name was Tsubasa. I remember that because I remember how iconic Eagle was. So anytime I get like a bird Pokemon, sometimes I'll name him Tsubasa after this guy. And so here it is. It's battling. That is the Bull Beyblade I bought after Storm Pegasus. That is, I think it's called Dark Bull, and it had yeah, this one was a lot better than Storm Pegasus at the playground. Like I said, Storm Pegasus has potential, just not in a playground setting. But this Beyblade is the second one I ever owned, and I did not put those little blue stickers on it. I have parts of this one, but I'll show you. So anyway, Eagle, the stats. This one's not an attack type. This one's a balance type. But balance types are a mix of multiple ones, so I think this one's supposed to be a mix of this defense and stamina. Stamina meaning it spends a long time, which it does, and defense meaning it's hard to knock around. I would consider this more of a defense because Pegasus could not knock this thing. Like, even when you put Pegasus in the good stadium where it can like go crazy and knock stuff out, it could not knock this one out. This one is really powerful. This one is really strong. So yeah, let's open it up. And I didn't show y'all, Pegasus came in like this one, I think, like that one. I just have that one to the side. So I'll show you what this one looks like when I take it out. I want to preserve the box because I always, when I was younger, I always wanted to preserve the box. I don't have any of those boxes. I might have like one somewhere in my closet of old memories and nostalgia, but I don't have a lot. My mom threw away a lot of them. But oh, one thing, it says Earth Aquila, and I know I said Eagle. In America, they changed a few Beyblades. I remember had their names changed. Like there was this part that was called Hell in Japan, and they called it Hades in America. Certain things were changed. So this Aquila, I think in Japan it was called Aquila, but I think that's because it's based off of the constellation. Because the constellation for Eagle is not an eagle. Well, it's an eagle, as you can see. Like that's the constellation right there. That's how I learned constellations, by the way. I know I get sidetracked really easily, but Beyblade is how I learned constellations. Because almost all the Beyblades from the first seasons were constellations. But anyway, Earth Eagle. It was called Eagle in America, which Aquila and Eagle are the same thing. I'm not sure what language Aquila is. It sounds Spanish. I know Spanish, like Aquila, Aquila. Well, it might be like Aquila or something. But anyway, it's Aquila. It sounds a little Spanish to me. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. But anyway, so it's the top. This one opens from the top. A few of them open from the side. I can't open this one from the side, but this one opens from the top. And oh dang, that's tight in there. There it is. Oh, and I didn't show you something in the Pegasus video. To show you how old this is, this has a copyright of 2009. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. It's in reverse, but 2009. That's how old that thing is. So I'll be careful with that one. I don't want to break it. But here's everything. Let's get into it, and I'll show you what it looks like when I put it all together. Rosanna Pansino. Let's put it all together. So I have Earth Eagle out, and the bottom is a lot more gray. It might look black on camera, but it's more gray than I thought it was. But I wanted to show you before I put the stickers on. This one actually is really cool. It came with a tattooed face. A lot of Beyblades in the later parts came with tattooed face, but in the beginning, I think the Earth Eagle they released over here did not come with a tattooed face. So in Japan, this Beyblade came with a tattooed face. I think this might be a new one, because I don't know if they always came with one, because I know the early ones, some did, some didn't, a lot of them didn't. But let's put the stickers on this guy. Alright, so here is Earth Eagle, the best Beyblade I had growing up. I honestly like this one more than the recolor that I had. Ah, dang it, I wish the face bolt was in it more. However, this one came with this kind of launcher, which here's the Hasbro one, which is kind of a similar color, and I think this one's better because you got things for your fingers. Here you don't really, but the cord is longer, as you can see. So Japanese Beyblades are probably stronger because of that. But now let me explain to you why Earth Eagle was better. So Pegasus has the rubber. Earth Eagle does not. Earth Eagle has this thing called Wide Defense, WD, which is one of the best tips ever, because it's look at it, it's wide. Let me get Pegasus. See, Pegasus is very flat and small. This one is very wide, but it's not just flat. If it was flat, it'd be aggressive. It has a point right there. But because it's wide, it allows it to be able to move around. If Pegasus moves to the side, it's going to lose a lot of balance and fall off. Or things that are very sharp. Like I have an example. Here's a oh wait, where did it go? Never mind, I don't have an example. I thought I did. But anyway, so if something is sharp, normally like just a fine point like that, it'll tip over easily. But because this is like a very wide point, it allows the Beyblade to have a lot of stability. And because it's tall, Pegasus can't do enough damage to it. It's kind of like Pegasus got to reach up to it. Because look at the height difference. Pegasus is smaller. This one's taller because the part right here is taller than the part that Pegasus has. And so that allows it to be very defensive. But not only that, and take a lot of hits. When I was younger, when I was on the slide, it would just, because there'd be 50 Beyblades hitting it, and it would just be there, and it would just take everything. And not only that, if you look, this middle part, which is called Earth, you can see kind of like the Earth, and it's very smooth. Like there's very few gaps. And because it's pretty smooth, it means that there's not a lot of ways to knock it off balance. Because it's smooth, you're not going to knock it off balance a lot. For example, look at, I'm going to keep using Star Pegasus, but you see Pegasus has a lot of ridges, and it has that pretty big gap right there. That's for attacks, but it also means that if something hits Pegasus right here, it's going to lose balance. Because Earth is very smooth, there wasn't really a way to knock it out. So this Beyblade was really powerful. When I got it, I don't know why a friend gave it to me, but it was amazing. I started winning a lot. There were other Beyblades I had that were just as good, which I might do future parts on. So look out for those. But Earth Eagle was really good until the second season came out. Now, if you want a video, the second season introduced a upgraded Pegasus. Was this Pegasus better than the original Pegasus? Click on the next video, find out. I did an entire video on that, talking about the evolution of Pegasus into the second season. Now, Pegasus, it was still kind of like the second Pegasus was still focused on like attacking and everything, but we also got a bunch of new things. Beyblades that spun to the, all Beyblades spun to the right. There was one in Metal Fusion that spun to the left that was called L-Drago. It was one of the best ones. But Earth Eagle, in my opinion, was still better than it, just because Earth Eagle, like that one was an attack one. It wasn't bad like Pegasus, but it was still like Earth Eagle was able to beat it, like for the same reasons it beats Pegasus, because Earth Eagle is smooth and it's like very like this one is actually heavier than the other one. In Pegasus, you could feel a little bit of a weight difference. But not only that, in the second season, we got 2 Beyblades that were absolutely just cheating, okay? Here's one. It's called Meteor L-Drago. The original one was called Lightning L-Drago, which I think I have one somewhere, but that doesn't matter. This one was absolutely insane. Why? It's nothing like the tip was flat, but this is a different one I found on it. I think I have the original one somewhere, but it doesn't matter. But look, you can kind of see how it's like a dragon, and you can see it spins clearly to the opposite direction of Pegasus. So you can see, because you see the dragons are going that way, and Pegasus is going this way. So you can see the dragon goes that way, Pegasus goes in this way. So you can see the difference. But because of that, it means that this Beyblade, you see this right here, this isn't plastic. Normally Beyblades, the energy part is not plastic. This gray part is plastic, but this the gold part is rubber. What does that mean? Basically, this Beyblade, when you launch it against something, it would steal, like this Beyblade spinning, it would come and it would just steal like the spin of this Beyblade. So this one would get faster while this one would get weaker. In addition to, like, as the Beyblades spin, they lose, as it goes on, the Beyblades lose spin. But this one is not only attacking it, meaning this is losing like spin because it's getting attacked, but this one would also absorb more because of the rubber. So literally, to tell you, normally all Beyblades come with a launcher, right? This one, you could just hand spin it, which if you hand spin a Beyblade you could, but it really was bad. But if you hand spun this one, it would win a lot. And the reason why this one was so good is because we would have a bunch on the slide. Keep in mind, we had a bunch on the slide. So if it was just one-on-one, it'd kind of not be, it'd be okay, because like it would steal the other one, but then after that it'd probably stop spinning sometime soon. But when you're in a place with like 10 different kids spinning their tops, all I need to do was launch this once, and it would hit every single person's Beyblade and just start getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I think the reason why I had this tip, this one, you can tell it's old. Look at how it has it has dirt on it. But it has a bunch of cracks in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that has a bunch of cracks on it. You couldn't tell, it's probably hard to tell, but that's a different version of this is the same as this one, but it's just a clear version. But as you can see, like, it wore it out a lot. But anyway, yeah, so being able to do that, it was insane. I think I was one of the first ones to get one of these, and I had 2 of them. I lost my original one. This is a different one, but anyway, same thing. So this one, I can't tell you how many wins I got with this thing. I can't tell you. But this one, when this came around, it didn't even matter. Like, this didn't matter, because the reason why it started getting better than the original one is because it could just like sit there and just start taking it. This one spun a long time, so that means this one was going to spin a long time, because it would just keep literally, it would steal the rotation off of any Beyblade, like this one, like Eagle. So, but notice I said there were 2. This one was arguably one of the best ones, but there was one that was really good, if not better. And as you saw it in my hand, if you knew anything about Beyblades, you know what this is. No, this is not my original one. I bought this. This was the first one when I went on my nostalgia trip. This was the first one I got, but this was months ago. So, this is called Basalt Herogium, or in English, because Basalt Herogium, which was its Japanese name, the Japanese name is harder to pronounce. Basalt Herogium. Say that 10 times fast. This one, in English, it was called Twisted Tempo, like Twisted Time or whatever. It's actually a clock. Let me see. You can see. Let me get this one in. This is a really cool design. As you can see, it's a clock. But like you see, we're talking about dragons and Pegasuses, and now I'm telling you the most powerful one is better than a clock. Like, I'm telling you, like, we got eagles and Pegasuses and dragons, and I'm telling you the best one is a clock. Yes, the best one was a clock. And let me tell you why. This middle part is called Assault or Twisted. This was the main part that was broken. And the reason why is because this one is heavy. Like I'm telling you, I said Earth's Eagle was heavier. This one is heavier. This was the heaviest Beyblade at a point in time. And not only that, look at it. You see any similarities? I'll let you look at it a little longer. Basically, the bottom two parts are the exact same. This one's just crystal, which I think looks pretty cool. But the bottom two parts are literally the exact same. I think. Yeah. The bottom two parts are the exact same. So that practically means the only big difference, because the energy parts don't really do that much, is the middle part. So this middle part made this Beyblade, the Earth Eagle, like non-existent. I mean, Earth Eagle was still good, but if someone was using this one, it was done. Like I know a lot of people banned this Beyblade because it was so good, and the reason why is because it's so heavy, and plus, like when a Beyblade is heavy, it means if something hits it, it's going to be really hard to knock around because it's heavy, a lot of weight going down. You can't, like, for example, if something is heavy, you're going to have trouble moving it because it's heavy. So that's the same logic. So if something hits it, it's going to be hard to move it because it's heavy. So it has a little flower pattern at the bottom. I don't know why, but anyway, it's not really. But this Beyblade was so good, and it was just like, I remember when I first got it, I was playing Beyblades with my uncle, and he decided to choose this one. I had like 5 different ones. I only beat him like twice, and he beat me like 30 times just using this one. So yeah, it was absolutely crazy trying to beat this thing, but they ultimately, this thing is not even, it's not as strong as it could be. You want to know why? Because apparently, rumor has it, I remember the rumors, like those conspiracy theories, was that the original one was so powerful that they had to nerf it. And the way they nerfed it is, as you can see, normally there's a little, it's even, except there's a little dent right here. That's not just the lighting. There's an actual dent. Look. See that? It's completely circular, but there's a dent right there. What does that dent do? It makes the Beyblade slightly uneven. It makes the base slightly uneven. So that means that there's a flaw in it, meaning it can be knocked out. Normally, if this flaw was not there, it'd be practically impossible to beat. But that flaw kind of made it not as powerful, but it's still insanely powerful. The flaw didn't even like help break it that much. But there's also a flaw in here. As you can see, there's a little hole right there, and that's just to throw off the balance a little bit, because when you put it right there, it aligns with the hole, and then it'll like make it a little more off balance. But if you were a smart kid like me, you just took this one and put it that way, so that way the hole is on the opposite side of the bigger hole, so it wouldn't be that unbalanced. But that little part is supposed to help weaken it, but it was still like incredibly powerful. And honestly, like, this Beyblade, I remember it for being so strong. I was one of the few people that had it. I think a few other people got it, but I remember I was one of the first ones with it because of my auntie. Thank you so much. But yeah, I remember this one. This one was so powerful. There was a bunch of ones that could do a bunch of cool things and cool gimmicks and whatever. Like, I might do other videos on gimmicks, but this one was the most powerful. Like, for real. This one was so strong, I can't even tell you. So, but my original combo was, I didn't keep this middle part. I lost the parts that, I lost my original one that I had. Parts of the original one that I had. Yeah, I'm gonna throw that one to the side. But this is a lion part. This is a Beyblade called Leon, and I used Leon because I thought lions are cool. So, and it was green, and green's my favorite color. So here's the one that I would look like. It's the same parts I used, but I just put the lion on it. Yeah, because I thought that looked cooler. So anyway, that's what I used as a child when I was younger. That was my main one for the long time until Beyblade started to fizzle out. But before Beyblades fizzled out, there was a Beyblade that was made that was even stronger than this one. And that one, my friend, was called Diablo Nemesis. Now, if y'all know, a lot of people fell off from Beyblade when this Beyblade came around, but literally for like the last few months the Beyblade was popping, a kid had this thing. And it put me to shame. And there's a lot of reasons why this Beyblade was the most powerful, but I'm going to save that for another video. And also in that video, I'm going to talk about, there was actually a third Pegasus. So if you want to go watch the video about the second Pegasus, go watch that. But then I'm also having a future video talking about the third Pegasus. That's going to be a different video. Oops, that's going to be a different video. But if you want to go watch the video about the second Pegasus, go right ahead and do that. This video was a little long, but anyway, yeah. So Earth Eagle, I love this Beyblade, but ultimately it was outdone at some point because the Beyblade that was heavier had literally the same parts, but just the middle part, which was heavier, came and like made it essentially like took Earth Eagle, jacked it up, turned it into a clock, and then we got the new Beyblade, but it wasn't called Eagle. It was called Herogium. Yeah, something like that. But anyway, if y'all like these Beyblade videos, I'll do another one talking about the literally most powerful Beyblade there ever was, and also if the third. Damn it, I keep dropping this. But the third Pegasus. So I got a video on the first and the second, and then we'll do a video on the third Pegasus, and about the most powerful Beyblade that even put the heaviest Beyblade, literally the heaviest Beyblade, and it would just destroy Earth Eagle. It destroys Earth Eagle. It put both of those to shame. And if you want to know a story about it, did I get this one as a kid? I didn't get it, so everyone was out of Beyblade. But anyway, we'll talk about that and other stuff in another video. I love you all.